Hey there guys, today we're going to be doing another 0 to Hero, this time as the Cleric. So we're not going to be starting from level 1 this time. I have played the Cleric a little bit myself, but we're at level 12 and don't have access to our 4th perk slot or trading. As for our loadout, we're going to be running Blunt Weapon Mastery, Perseverance, Protection from Evil, very good in Goblin Caves, works for PvP and PvE a lot in Goblin Caves. And Smite. I think you get a bit more value of Smite out of the rather than Judgment in Goblin Caves, because you're probably going to be engaging people in melee quite a lot, so nice little damage buff there, on demand. For our spells, we're going to be running Lesser Heal, of course, Bless, Holy Strike, Protection, and Divine Strike. These are generally what you're going to be running solo. There's not too many other good options. Bind can be situationally okay. Cleanse sometimes can be okay. Aside from that, most of these are pretty terrible. I just wanted to say thank you for all the support, guys, recently. I did set that goal of hitting 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I didn't think we were going to make it, but it's looking more and more likely with how good the support has been recently, so I want to thank you all for that. If you have been watching multiple of these videos and you'd like to see more, there's plenty more coming, so if you'd subscribe, I would appreciate that massively. And I also appreciate likes massively. Thank you, guys. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. We're going to run into normal first. I don't think, like, you can just go straight into Highroller now. I don't think normal is actually 100% needed anymore, but I will do it just for this video because that's the formula we've been going with. Okay, see you in there. Okay, hey there guys, so we're into our first low roller. So the only thing is now, is with the current changes and how Highroller is free, I don't know if it's even really worth going into low roller, because most people going into Highroller just are coming in base kit anyway. So all it is harder mobs. And if you're a class that can deal with the mobs, like, Cleric's not an amazing PvE class, at least in Goblin Caves. In any of the other maps where you can run, what's it called? Where you can use the Purification ability, the, like, huge AoE damage. Oh, come on, man. It's pretty good at PvE. So anyway, if you're not keeping up to date with Dark and Darker's patches, they recently did a change where any green or above rarity items now sell for significantly more to the vendor than they used to. Which means that making money is probably the easiest it's ever been in Dark and Darker at the current moment. And I think it's one of the best changes they've done at any point in Dark and Darker. The only thing is, historically, Dark and Darker has... Ooh, that's actually a pretty nice Morningstar upgrade. They have a tendency, historically, of reverting or removing the best changes that I think they've ever done in Dark and Darker. Like, I think one of the other better times was when they added... You could only go into normal games with blue or lower. That was one of the best changes I think they ever did. However, of course, they're doing this current system as a bit of an alternative to see how people like that, if people like that any better. Okay, we've already got a pretty good amount of money. Like, these things will sell for quite a lot. Now, the only thing with the Morningstar is I think it's got a worse attack pattern than the Flanged Mace. But the 5 damage upgrade is pretty significant. That's, you know, like half our Smite. Granted, Smite is magical damage as well, so it's not quite the same, but pretty similar. So now, your inventory, it's pretty much just worth selling with, worth filling up with blues and green items to sell to the vendors. Just because of the huge amount of money you get from them. The only exception to this really is in Highroller, you don't get AP, which is the, like, ranking points, if you... Well, you don't get them from picking up gear pieces. You only get them, I believe, from actually picking up sellables, so, like, you know, little goblets and bangles and stuff. Which is kind of weird. I guess it incentivizes PvE a bit more in a way, because, you know, when you're killing a pretty geared player, you'll get 0 AP from picking up their, like, good items. I guess it kind of makes sense as well, because otherwise then you could, like, snipe a friend in game and just trade your kits and get pretty huge AP, so maybe that's why, thinking about it. I'm not exactly sure, but... Actually, you know what? This Morning Star doesn't feel as bad as I thought it did. The attack pattern. It's just a bit weird. Well, meanwhile, the flanged mace is very predictable. It's just basically top to bottom hits over and over. There's the final attack of the pattern is like slightly to the side. Gotta be careful not to have exactly that happen and just take a hit for no reason. However, taking with our protection from evil, getting hit in the arm is nowhere near as bad as it is for other classes, because most of the damage you take from goblin hits is actually just the dot. The dot is so big, especially if you're a rogue, because rogues have like which stat is it which is really low? It's is it will, which increases the amount of time duration, debuff duration. Increases the time that debuffs last on them significantly. So if you get hit by one mob as a rogue, you just straight up lose like half your health, which is like kind of insane to be honest, but hey. And with the recent change to, well, I say recent, it was a few patches ago now, the change to resting, you actually regen like your spells pretty quickly from resting now. Like if I rust this health back, which I probably will probably regenerate either nearly both of them or just straight up both of them. Okay, well, we're outside the zone now, so let's just go. That's another fun fact as well, I think. If you have high enough vigor, you can actually just sit outside the zone permanently. Well, okay, not permanently, because like the end of the match will just instantly kill you, right? But the zone damage not increasing ever actually makes it so you can just like rest there at a static extract and just wait until it opens and then just leave. Even if you need to wait like the entire match. I think Cleric, honestly, is probably pretty similar, but not due to its vigor, just because of how fast you get your lesser heals back. Yeah, you know what? Let's take that Oracle Robe. There's a pretty good leather gloves. There's probably better than the ones we have on, but let's take out the ones we had on just to sell. So now it feels pretty easy to fill your inventory. I quite like it. But in Highroller, the amount of blues you get just from, like, destroying, well, from chests and just destroying boxes and things, you can get like a full inventory of blues, and you can straight up just get like 300 gold just from random items that you've picked up to sell, rather than actual like sellables. Really nice change, I really like it. God, yeah, that occultist's tunic is going to be worth it. Just to sell. Those, honestly, we have pretty nice boots, yeah. I don't think they changed, like, helmets selling for more than boots or anything like that. I think everything's still even there. And now finding, like, a blue loot actually doesn't feel that bad anymore, because it actually sells for, like, a huge amount from the vendor. It's like 72 gold or something crazy. It is quite a big chunk of your inventory, but it's worth it. Oh. Let's buff up and let's go see this guy. He's probably just going to run away there. That's kind of annoying. This is going to be so obnoxious. I'm hoping that he does shut the door here, so what we can do is just... I'm going to try and just jump over. Yeah. This time I'm going to actually go. And he's going to regret his decision. Yeah. Can't do that, man. You can't just, like, stand like that into a cleric. It probably looked pretty stupid to watch that fight from a third-party view. Him just shutting the door. I should have committed earlier. I could have just easily committed. Oh, he has a leather cap. I actually probably prefer that than a little bit of gold. I did just hear a portal open, like, over there, by the way. Let's top up on those, and let's just drop, like, just anything can take the leather cap. Let's just keep the shepherd fur instead of the Kel hat. I probably should have swapped a piece of gear in our inventory, but whatever. This is fine. Yeah, portal there that someone's opened. Portal there that someone's opened. Let's just... I mean, the thing is, like, I'm down to fight, but this guy's not going to fight. He's just going to run. So, like... Yeah. Well, let's just make our way out. Our inventory's full. And let's go into Highroller. Right, so from the random items that we've took just to sell, that's 170 gold, which is just huge, really. And then let us sell our collectibles as well, and that is another 81 gold. And that extra 2. I keep the goblin ears because I assume they're for a quest at some point. I could literally just go and check because people have already completed all the quests, but for now I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to see what they are as I get to them. So I think we made roughly 250 gold from that run, but we're not really going to be spending anything because we can't really buy anything from the vendors that really helps us much. We could buy like a few meds, which we will do. But aside from that, like, we can't really buy much at all. We could buy a grey spellbook and have 1 extra damage, but it doesn't really matter, so I'm not going to bother with that. Aside from that, like, I don't know, we could buy, like, buy these and gain 1 dexterity, but honestly, I don't think it's even worth a gold. But what we will do is buy 1 campfire, just so we can quickly get our spells back if we've been repeatedly buffing. And aside from that, I think we're going to head into Highroller. Okay, so we're into our first Highroller. I don't really like this spawn too much. I don't really like these big open rooms as a cleric who has basically 0 ranged options. The only thing which kind of helps is the Holy Strike, which it's not really what you want to be using in this room, you know? Just trying to be careful, trying to make sure we don't take any damage. Luckily, damage is pretty good with this Morning Star and Smite when we need to. Can't loot the bloody Goblin Warrior. Spy Arming Sword. Alright. So usually someone spawns pretty close into here, so we're going to be careful, but we're going to head in here and see if there is someone in here. Let's take these. All greens. White longsword there. I'm not hearing anything, so I feel like no one did spawn here. Oh, no. What? How? Okay, so there was. He was just absolutely ratting it out. Which, fair enough. It's a pretty bad spawn, because if he heads into me, he's immediately going to run into a player. And if he runs the other way, he's got to... It's possible for me to push into where he is. And he has to deal with all the PvE. This is going to be pretty annoying to get out of here. I think, actually, let's just open this door and... No, we can't. Okay. Ah, really? Come on, man. Let's pop some meds. Let's pop our protection just in case we get hit again. And the lesser heal. Alright. Wait for our smite. Still not dead. There's a guy above us. I really don't want to fight right now. We don't have any of our buffs. Yeah, guy right behind us. You grief this. Okay. Luckily it's a base kit cleric. Okay, not quite basically, isn't it? Base kit. God, I cannot say that word. Right. How are our spells looking? Because we're probably... we don't really need to campfire here. What we're going to do is we're going to just pop our potion of healing and probably rest for a little bit and get like 1 or 2 heals back. When I saw that guy was nearly base kit, I was pretty confident even though he had a bit of a health advantage because... our White Morning Star is 5 extra damage, so... I don't know, as long as we play it a little bit better, we're probably okay. Alright, I'm gonna rest here and I'm gonna cut it out for a bit. Alright, so we've rested back 2 lesser heals, we're not gonna wait any longer. So, as I'm saying, like, I don't think there's much of a reason to go into Loaroller, because a lot of people just come in immediately into Highroller with their, like, base kits. But, of course, you do have to be able to deal with the mobs. So, Cleric is out. Where is that? Is that through here? That actually might be through here. No, I think it's maybe above us over there. Actually, I don't want to come into this room. This room's pretty obnoxious. So let's open this back and go back into this room. I don't really like any of these big rooms that are like really open, especially as Cleric with our only range is Holy Strike. I think I see an escape portal up there, so maybe we'll path up there, so then we have the option of escaping if we'd like to. However, I definitely want to do a bit more looting. Down there, that room's pretty annoying. Okay, there's only one goblin down here, so let's drop down here. In Highroller, because like the amount of mobs in there, if there bad hit. If there was a bunch of elites in there, it's pretty annoying to deal with. I really thought this guy would be dead by now. Like, I've hit that guy a lot. Alright, let's pop our meds as well. We probably want to keep our heals because they're like faster to... Oh. Hands off the keyboard. They're faster to use and heal for more than a bandage or a potion more. So we want to save those for when we're in combat. A spear is probably worth taking. A quarterstaff is actually a pretty good weapon for the cleric, but we're not going to be using that for now. I'd prefer to stick with a shield. And, you know, a one-handed weapon. Hopefully we can get a better mace. You know what, those are pretty good. Fine, let's take those. Let's equip those instead. Now, you don't really want to be taking greens in Highroll, I feel like, because pretty often you can find blues and purples instead. And blues sell for so much more than greens. You just shot an arrow. That wasn't at me. I'm pretty sure. We'll take it for now, but we can always drop it and replace it for something better. So, the fighting we heard was there. Wait, did I just see a player up there? Yeah, I did. There's a player up there. I have no idea what it is. I can just see the health potion moving around on the belt. With these things, don't worry about getting hit by the bloody... like, disorient thing. It doesn't really do much. Okay, it's probably a fighter or a ranger. Maybe a bard. It's a fighter. I'm just gonna hit him with Holy Strikes until he, like, decides to come and fight. Or if he doesn't come and fight, like, I'll just maybe kill him. Well, I'm not gonna kill him, but what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna let him go that... Wait, no, that's where the zone is. Yeah. Well, I shouldn't have let him do that, but we're just gonna extract, so this is fine. Yeah, this is what I was saying about these elite mobs. Let's just make sure we don't die. Let's get out of here. Okay, fine. We'll greed a bit. No, we're not greeding. There is a wizard in here somewhere, and wizard is very not fun to fight as a cleric. They're faster than you. They counter your armor. Yeah, very not good fight. There's actually a bunch of people in this room. But that fighter there was like prime example of what you don't do against a cleric. Like, he's letting me get my poke off, he's letting me get my buffs on. Granted, it is pretty rough for me to chase him, because he's going to be faster with sprint, especially if he put his weapons away. But then he's going to be in a bad position. But also, it's because of the zone as well. He probably realized, like I don't have zone control, so he can just try and push through. 113 gold from our sellables. And 125 extra gold from these random items that we took to sell. We've, of course, got a few upgrades from there, but nothing too much. We still have no jewelry, no cape, obviously, and default legs. So, default, a better pair of legs, better spellbook, better primary weapon. These would be really nice upgrades. But for now, we're just going to save all this gold. We can't really buy anything too good, and we're just going to head back into Highroller. Okay, this is our second Highroller. Looking in the lobby, it's mostly people of very low gear, if not base kit. Ooh. Okay, that's just objectively better. What's that PDR looking like? 25% almost, not bad. We'll take that as well just to sell. This room, so I used to really love spawning this room because it's really easy skeleton champion to kill. But if you're unaware, you can no longer jump on the hell shrines anymore, and you can't cheese them anywhere near as easily as you used to be able to. Which is probably a good change, but I have died to that trying to record videos. I did it like 3 times before I just realized, no, it's just straight up impossible. I thought I was just doing it horrifically wrong. But no, ooh. Let's take a quick look after that ring in a sec. Oh my god, 2 rings. 2 knowledge, magic damage, fizz damage reduction, magical healing, magical interaction speed, resourcefulness. Pretty nice rings, to be honest. I can't believe we just found 2 blue rings from 2 random mobs. We'll take that. Not bad at all. I would like to get better legs. Now, I do like wearing plate, but plate kind of makes your good matchups better and your worst matchups worse. So I don't really know if it's that smart of an idea. Like, sure, your perks do kind of counter warlocks, but warlocks will just kite you forever if they're good. And it feels like a pretty unwinnable matchup, and it's pretty similar with wizard as well. A wizard, you're too slow, you're never really going to be able to hit a wizard, and they are just going to kite you forever. Oh my god, some of these rings we've got are really good. Let's swap that one out, I think. Magical healing isn't that good for Cleric. It's definitely nice, but... please don't... I'm so slow. What was that slow? Oh, right, yeah, this thing lasts, like, a really short duration because of our perk. Forgot about that. I didn't know the spiders slow themselves, either. It's pretty interesting. Our inventory's already full of, like, greens, which is why I don't normally bother picking up greens, but I guess you might as well pick them up until you can replace them with something better. Spider pots, worst part of Highroller. Of course. I'd say spider pots and the teamers are the worst parts of Highroller, to be honest. And some of the nightmare mobs are pretty stupid, but as long as you know they're a nightmare mob, it's fine. Like, I think this might be a nightmare one. Yeah, look, it took us 3 hits. It's that tiny little thing. Notice how little damage we've taken from the poisons, though. I believe both Perseverance and, of course, Protection from Evil work from those. One tip I think about in Highroller is, yeah, destroy barrels and things. Boxes, barrels. You seem to get... I don't know if it is true, but it feels like you get significantly better loot from these things than from, like, anything else within Highroller. Just make sure you're always looting. I actually completely forgot about AP in the previous run, so I didn't even look. But if you're liking the video, guys, I'd appreciate likes massively. And I did also have a question for you guys, which is, let me know what you think about the economy changes in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and how your runs are going for you. And also, the thing is, I'm a bit stuck on what to do in the sense of my 0 to heroes get the most views, right? But then once I've done a 0 to hero and it's no longer level 1 anymore and I've got a gear set, I don't really know what to do with it. Whether I should just continue with that gear set and see what I can make happen, see how long it takes to die, or just stash it and go again 0 to hero. I'm not really sure. I was going to say we'd want to make this thing not walk on the bloody pressure plate because it spawns all this annoying stuff. I do want to loot that chest though. It looks like it had pretty good stuff, but we do have the zone here, so we'll all be okay. Just take it slow and loot it. These have got to be like one of the most annoying mobs as well. The giant spiders. If you're a melee class, like the poison, there's got to be some trick for dodging their poison, but I don't know it yet, at least. Hopefully it can't hit us from down there. Oh, yeah, let's drop some of these. Wait, what? They can destroy the chests? That scared the life out of me, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, let's just pick up everything there. Jesus, that scared me, alright. We have potions, so we don't really need to waste lesser heals. I'd rather use potions, even though they cost gold, than the heals, as I explained previously. We're going to take a peek into this room. It's very quiet in there, so I don't think anyone's been in here. Doesn't look like it. So let's go ahead and get smashing. Destroying these mon here is actually really nice. Let's take a look at whatever... Oh, alright. Yeah, let's just drop every green. And every bloody white piece that we've got as well. We'll keep green sellables, because green sellables up are pretty good. But... Right. Blue Shadow Hood. Make space. I also really should be remembering to bring in a, what's it called? Oh, that's the word. Coin purse. God damn, that took me way longer than it should have. But yeah, you can see how insane the loot is in Highroller. Like, we've got 3 pretty decent blue rings. Perfect. A better spellbook. Nice. We'll take that. Yeah, I don't know. It's it doesn't feel like barrels so much are like the big money makers. It's the boxes. The boxes give such crazy amounts of gold. It's been a very uneventful run, so I'm not sure if I want to extract yet. Alright, let's take these and... Oh, wow. I mean, you can just leave, man. Oh, he wants it, huh? No, he doesn't. Can you not be annoying? And, like, you know he's gonna leave, so just leave, please. Alright, let's organize this inventory a little bit better, make sure we can get this. There's actually another portal right here as well. So, of course, you're like Cleric. How you want to fight as a Cleric is, it's pretty obvious, I'm not gonna lie. You want to buff up as much as you can. In solo, this is going to be Bless, into Protection, into Divine Strike. Then, depending on if they're at range but visible, and trying to space you a bit, you can whip out the Holy Strike. This thing does have a very long cast time though, so you have to be careful about that, and it doesn't do much damage. Except from that, obviously make sure you're topped up with heals or whatever, whenever possible. Getting close, when you're close to them, pop your smite and just start smacking. You're pretty good stat check, but things like Barbarians, you're probably going to try and have to space their two-handers. Especially Felling Axes, you're going to have to space a Felling Axe. Unless you outgear them significantly or they just miraculously miss every single hit. But anyway, with that inventory being full, we're going to make it out of here and head into another Highroller. Pretty slow run, pretty uneventful run, but yeah. 192 AP, kind of low, but hey. So we actually hit level 15 from that run, so the 4th perk we're going to be taking, again, there's nothing too amazing here. It's either Advanced Healer or Holy Aura. I think I'm going to go for Holy Aura, because Holy Aura is just always useful, where if you die without using a single heal, then Advanced Healer kind of sucks, and just feels bad, so... Again, I don't think there's much of a power difference between them. Holy Aura is, of course, significantly better if you were in a party, but... So it's Advanced Healer, because you'll be running Holy Lights as well, probably, or Sanctuary or something like that, so don't feel too bad about it. But yeah, just to show how much gold, so we dropped loads of sellables. We got only 3 sellables for 44 gold, which still isn't bad. Then let's head over to the Leathersmith. We're not going to be selling all of these, because I'm going to be keeping the leather caps, which, as you can see, this one sells for 48 gold, because it's epic, which is just crazy. But let's just sell everything else. That's 232 gold. Sure, we could keep some of these pieces, because some of them are actually decent for Cleric. The Chaperon's decent. That's pretty much it. The kettle hat is okay as well, but yeah. Let's just sell those. Could maybe get some more from vendors for some of these. This Ring of Survival, everything's terrible, but it is +2 magical healing, so maybe a Warlock will buy this for a decent amount of money, so I'm just going to stash that for now. Aside from that, stash the 2 leather caps, stash all this money, and let's get back into another Highroller. I wish there was an easy way for to just put all the gold into the coin purses. Although we will actually top up on healing potions real quick. And one more bandage, and then let's head back in for real. Alright, so again this spawn. For some reason I've been spawning here a lot recently. Again, let's push immediately into there, because I feel like we don't want to clear the other way and have them possibly push into us. We want to fight on our terms, because it takes so long for us to buff up. Now, I'm not sure if it's guaranteed that there's a player that spawns there, or if it's just, like, very high odds. But it feels like most times there's a player there. Oh, our buckler actually has PDR on it. Oh, armor raising. That's actually pretty nice. White loot. So, just in case there is a player in here, we're going to buff up. You don't have to worry too much about wasting your buffs, because you get quite a few. And you also get most of them back pretty quickly. Bless and Protection come back really fast. Okay. Looks like there's no player here, so I guess that's a pretty easy way you can see if there's a player here. Just seeing if the wooden things are destroyed. Unless there's someone just ratting in the shadows, which I will make sure in a sec, but I think we're good. I didn't actually see... Okay, it could, I mean, it could be a rogue in stealth in there, but it was pretty unlikely, let's be real. I didn't see what kind of gear people are running, but I'd assume it's like it is usually in Highroller. I don't know if it increases as you go up in rank or how that really works. Oh, a purple rondo dagger. So, the weapons also sell for more depending on how many slots they take up. So, even though this is a purple rondel, it still won't sell for a huge amount. Just because of how... You know, it only takes up 2 slots, right? Feathered hat, that's perfect to sell. Because, like, is a bard gonna want that? I mean, maybe, but... Bards don't really buy much because there's so few players for bard. It feels like, it's not really worth wasting your time trying to sell bard items a lot of the time. At least, like, incredibly mid ones like that. Maybe if you get some, like, bis thing for a bard, yeah, sure. Suppose we haven't found any nightmare goblins. This is so annoying when the goblins do this. Like, come on, man. Come fight me. What if I bloody holy strike you guys? Oh, wait. Okay. I got moving. Like, you don't really want to push into mobs. Like, if you're new and still struggling with PvE, you don't want to push into 2 range mobs like that. It might... I heard the goblin mage is attacking someone. Alright, let's buff up and see. Cancelling it, because I think I have higher cast speed than I do a little bit. It's kind of annoying. Ooh, yeah, that's a fighter. That crossbow kind of hurt. Right, let's pop a pot. Pop a bandage. Let's just take another peek again. Yeah, I was gonna say he's gonna try and shoot us again. Let's buff up again, although let's Divine Strike at the end. Yeah, I knew I was gonna be able to bait that. Okay, nice. Good kill, good kill. I think this guy actually helped us out, I'm not gonna lie. I think he snuck a shot around us and somehow managed to nail this guy. Which is a really nice, really funny thing. Oh, finally better legs. Perfect. Let's just take all of these things for now. Not his bolts, obviously. Let's take his meds. Campfire? Yeah, we'll probably campfire. We use quite a few buffs here. Takes like 10 years to put this thing down as a cleric because your interaction speed's so low. And that's one of the important lessons I feel like in Dark and Darker. Playing with confidence, because that guy, like... He could have... I feel like he had pretty good odds against us, really. But he didn't play with confidence. He tried to turn and run, so I got a free hit off and then managed to space his falchion swing and just hit him again. So, perfect. We're full HP, we have all of our spells back. He doesn't really have anything that good for us anymore. Let's take the campfire. We'll take the surgical kit just in case. And I suppose we will take this explosive bottle as well. We'll actually just take basically everything that guy had. Although a lot of these sellables are low tier, so it's not really, we can easily drop these for something better if we find anything. Which hopefully we will. Right. So we're going to be outside the zone here. So let's head this way and see... Let's just... no. Screw that room. We're not going that room. Let's pick up the shrine because we might as well. These things are pretty weak now. I think it's just 5% PDR, but hey, it's still a little bonus. Oh, there's another dead player here. A rogue? Base kit rogue, I guess? Ooh, no, he has a nice... Yeah, you know what? Let's take that. I'm not sure if that's better. Ooh. Yeah, let's take that. Oh, wow. Those are pretty okay cloth pants. Hey, so what do we drop for that? Just some of this garbage, I guess. We have 2 bolts on us as well. Good. Huh. So yeah, in Highroller, you definitely want to check these shelves. They can have some pretty high stuff. Pretty good stuff. They tend to have, yeah, like little rings like that. Let's drop... You know what? We don't need this many bandages. God, we have so many rings on us. What was that? Was that... I don't think that was a player. I think it was a mob that died to... Yeah, that spike trap there. Let's head up this way. Take a peek up here, see how many mobs there are. Okay, maybe we can just sneak out here. Right, I'm gonna buff up preemptively here, just in case we walk into anyone or anything. Like that. There's a guy here. Ooh, I actually thought we were gonna die there. That guy actually hit some pretty nice hits on us, but luckily we're buffed up. He can't really stat check us like that. Oh, God. Man, these things are good money. Right, we need to sort our inventory out. Let's pop some meds before we, spend the next next minute or two looting. Get into the good habits. We're going to be doing quite a bit of Tetris, I feel like, here. Let's drop all the white crap. 2 gold can go. Potion of Invis can go. That can go. You know what? Maggots also can go. So, blue... Let's look for blues or better, really. We can take that as well. Let's just make sure... Okay, no, he has riveted gloves. Actually better than ours. Ah, those boots are good as well. Man, there's too much good loot. Surgical kit can go there, actually. Perfect. Then grab this. A few greens, and I think we're good. I think we're going to make our way out now. We could also take this war mole, which will sell for... Oh, that's such a good lantern. Okay, I can't let that go. Let's take that lantern as well. And let's upgrade our explosive bottle. I have no idea what a blue explosive bottle does. Is it even an upgrade? Who knows? There's another dead one here. A warlock. A blue kettle hat. Ah, blue leather cap. It's looted. Fine, we're taking that instead of whatever those are. There's just so much loot in Highroller. If you survive a few players... Okay, perfect. There's a bunch of, things down here. Let's just buff up. Okay, I just buffed up that goblin's corpse. Alright, anyway, perfect. Now, the money we got here is going to be a huge amount. Like, look at how many rings we have as well. And an amulet as well. Alright, let's take a look. So from the collector, we're looking at 128 gold just from these few pieces. Again, we're going to be keeping the groove essence and the goblin ears. And then from the weaponsmith, we're going to be selling these riveted gloves, the feathered hat. We're going to keep this lantern because that lantern is insane. That will probably sell for a good amount. These are pretty good cloth pants, which maybe we should use those instead of our heavy leathers. I think we will. Honestly, we should probably save these, but look how much they sell for. That's 72 gold right there from those cloth pants. Let's sell these lightfoots. Even though dexterity is good, I don't really like knowledge that much on solo cleric. 2 will 1 vigor is probably a little bit more valuable to me, and from the rondel, We're getting 208 gold from that. Like, just such insane amount of money anyway. And of course, all these little jewelry pieces. Well, I think that's going to be the end of the video for now, guys. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to see me continue either this series or the Barbarian series, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you enjoyed, again, I appreciate likes massively, subscriptions as well. Thank you very much, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.